Join me as I am going to review the fresh milled flour books that I currently own. Welcome to White Shadow Fare. Make it homemade and make it with love. So before I get started, I have an addiction to buying cookbooks, and these are the cookbooks that I have purchased strictly for fresh milled flour. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. I'd most appreciate that. Let's get started. So one of the first books I purchased was this one by Sue Becker. It is her red book, and it is currently $15 on the Bread Becker's website. This book was a great starting point for me. It gives a lot of educational points. Kind of reminds me of something that you might pick up at your local church or school fundraiser. It's got just a few recipes, but it has the basics. It has what you need. This is how she sets up her recipes. This was her first book. People asked for it. She made it, and it really worked. This is a solid 3 out of 5 star book. For $15, I wouldn't hesitate, and I would purchase this if I was just getting started with fresh milled flour. Next up, we have Sue Becker's second book. This is the Home Ground Flour book, and it is currently $28 on the Bread Becker's website. You can also pick it up on Amazon. This book is much more thorough than her other book, but it is more expensive. So you can see that it is in black and white. The beginning of this book is my favorite part because it gives you the education. And I am somebody that wants to know all about the whys, the hows, and this book does it. This is an example of how she sets up her recipes. So on the left, we have it in cups, and on the right, we have it in milliliters. And milliliters instead of grams makes 0 sense to me, so that's really frustrating. So the Home Ground Flour book by Sue Becker gets a solid 4 out of 5. This is a fantastic purchase. I would skip the red book and I would order this one in a heartbeat. Now we're moving on to recipes from the Old Mill. It's currently being sold on Amazon for $11. This is as of July 2025. This book is all done in black and white, but there's something really appealing and kind of old-fashioned and homey about this book that I just really enjoyed. And here's an example of the recipes. But if you are doing all fresh milled flour, unfortunately, a lot of the recipes have all-purpose flour included. So for that reason, it is only getting 3 out of 5 stars. Good book, but if you want to do only fresh milled flour, this is not the one. I also own the Great Whole Grain Bread book, and it is currently $19 on Amazon. This book I picked up in a bargain bin somewhere, so I certainly didn't pay $19, and it kind of has a bargain bin look to it. So I'm not, by looks alone, I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it just doesn't have as much information as some of the other books. It has nice recipes that are easy to follow, but like so many other things, it contains bread flour, all-purpose flour, and so I really didn't get a lot of use out of this book. It gave me a couple of ideas, so for that reason, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. Moving on to a hardback book, The Flour Lab. For $12, I think that this book is a bargain at $12 because you're getting a nice, thick, heavy-duty hardback book. And the recipes in this book, although there aren't many recipes, are really well thought out. You've got colored pictures, nice, thorough explanation of what to do, how to do it step by step. This is a fantastic book, although not a lot of recipes. The recipes are given in grams, which I really appreciate anything that is a weighted measurement. The Flour Lab book, fantastic hardback book at a great price, 4 out of 5 stars. Just don't expect to get a ton of recipes when you're getting this. You're going to learn the techniques and about the flour. The Laurel's Kitchen bread book is currently $23 on Amazon, and This book, when I first got it, I just fell in love with it. It has a lot of fun recipes, things that maybe I hadn't thought to make in the past, and it still kind of has that old-fashioned, picked it up at the local church, and all the ladies in town were writing the recipes. But the beginning of the book has a ton of techniques and explaining why, and there's kind of a story with each recipe, which I enjoy. So it gives the recipe in both customary units for measure that we use here in the United States, so those cups, and in grams. I really, really appreciate when it gives it in both things, so everybody can be happy with how they are making their recipe. This gets a solid 4 out of 5. Highly recommend. Just wish there were some colored pictures. I really think that my cookbook addiction got out of control here, and then I purchased the Whole Grains Baking Made Easy book. You can currently get this for $12. This is a paperback book, but it is like a heavy-duty paperback book is how I would explain this. And this book has some nice pictures. It gives you a lot of techniques, a lot of information. Just for that alone, I would say that it's fantastic. It gives it in both customary units and grams, and I appreciate any time that they're willing to do that. So Whole Grain Baking Made Easy, 4 out of 5 stars. This is a pretty good book. If you have tried any of these books, please leave a comment down below and let me know which ones you've used and which ones you haven't, which one looks interesting to you. This is Healthy Bread in 5 Minutes, currently $18 on Amazon. I picked this up on eBay for just a few dollars, so that is a great place to check out books. And everything in this hardback book is in black and white. Now, when I first started baking bread, I picked up the bread in 5 minutes a day, so it wasn't the whole grain version. And they have upgraded the book since I've purchased this one. And maybe that one is a little bit better than this one, but unfortunately they use a lot of all-purpose flour. They do use whole grains predominantly, but I'd say about 25% is all-purpose flour or bread flour. Not something I'm happy with. I would only give this a 2 out of 5 stars. This one is probably a skip for me. Now, who doesn't love King Arthur baking? And their whole grain baking book seemed like it was going to be the answer to my dreams. It's a huge hardback book, tons of recipes. This thing could be, a door opener. It is so big and thick, and it has lots of different recipes, from main meals to cookies to breads. You name it, it has it. It's your typical King Arthur book, and it has a section of all these colored pictures. The way that it is set up is fantastic. There is only one major flaw that I see with this book, and that is that the recipes are, maybe lacking a little bit, but they are written in both customary and weighted measurements, not grams necessarily, but it's that all-purpose flour again. And that just was not what I was looking for. Now, the great thing is many of the recipes do not use all-purpose flour. So if you dig through the book, you can find some great recipes, and you can maybe even adjust the ones that are in there. I just like to have a recipe that I can use from the get-go. So for that reason, it's only getting 3 out of 5 stars, but it really is a good book, and I think I would buy this one again in a heartbeat. This is one of the newer books that is out. It is The Grains in Small Places, a fresh mulled flour book. Kara did a great job writing this. It's $33 on Amazon currently. Her website is fantastic, and these recipes in here are tried and true. They're things that she has made on her YouTube channel. So every single recipe has a QR code that you can scan, or you can just go on her YouTube channel and you can find that recipe and where she is making it, which is very helpful for a lot of people. To me, that kind of defeats the purpose of the recipe. So the recipes are given in customary units, and then some of them are given in grams. Like this one, the flour was given in grams. In other recipes, none of that was given. In some of the recipes, a few of the things are given in grams. That was a little bit confusing to me, but every page has colored pictures, which is fantastic. If I can get it for free on the internet, I don't really know why I would spend money on it, and that is the only reason it's getting a 4 instead of 5 out of 5. This is a great book if you love to have the hard version where you can just go and look at it. And my final one that I just purchased recently is the Prairie Flower book, and somebody had highly suggested this to me. It was expensive at the Village of Artisans. It was $44. It's more expensive on Amazon, so skip that one. It is a beautiful hardback book that has tons of information about milling your own grains and what to look for and eating a little bit healthier. Lots and lots of pictures going with the recipes. I really enjoy when there is a picture, so I have an idea of what it is supposed to look like when all is said and done. And this book does that. One of the things that I really appreciated about this book is that the words are actually large enough. I'm getting a little bit older, so the flour is always given in grams, and that is the one downfall. I would like it both in customer units and all in grams, but the flour is always given in grams in this one. This one exceeds my expectations. It's a beautiful book. It could be a coffee table book. It's so pretty. So I'm giving this one the only 5 out of 5. I highly, highly recommend this. I think you can't go wrong by buying that one. I know it's expensive. Thank you for watching White Shadow Fare, and I hope you'll comment down below. Let me know any great cookbooks that you suggest.